Greece is considered the cradle of civilization. They are the authors of philosophy, theater, and even democracy. The country, located in the southern part of the Balkan Peninsula, borders Albania, North Macedonia, Bulgaria, and Turkey, and is surrounded by the Aegean, Mediterranean, Ionian, and Cretan seas. Its territory extends to 131,475 square kilometers, of which 130,335 square kilometers is land and 1,140 square kilometers is water area. The country has about 1,200 islands, 227 of which are inhabited. Its population is about 10,300,000 people, 91% of whom are Greek, and the remaining 9% are minorities of Albanian, Turkish, and Roma origin. It is a member of NATO and the European Union, and the official currency here is the euro. The official religion in the country is Christianity, with the largest percentage being the Orthodox. Famous mathematicians such as Pythagoras, Archimedes, and Euclid are just some of the children of this unique country who pushed humanity towards the path of knowledge and enlightenment, as well as the man called the father of history, Herodotus. Of course, let's not forget the ancient physician Hippocrates, to whose mission all modern doctors are sworn. Even in ancient times, the Greeks invented the water mill, the lighthouse, the catapult, central heating, and many other machines that greatly facilitated the people of that time. The Olympic Games are also the work of the Greeks, and the first Olympics were organized as early as 776 before Christ. The Greeks are also known for their deities such as Zeus, Aphrodite, Hermes, and many others, who play a very important role in ancient Greek mythology. In general, this country is synonymous with civilization and has given a lot to the world culturally and historically. If theater, music, law, mathematics, astrology, and physics are such an important part of humanity today, then we should be grateful to the Hellenes for their achievements and the push of humanity towards enlightenment. The amazing Greek culture managed to influence even the great Roman Empire, as Greek was adopted as the official language in the Eastern Roman Empire, or, as it was better known, Byzantium. In its recent history, Greece has witnessed many internal upheavals, changes of government, overthrow of kings, and dictatorial regimes. At the beginning of the 20th century, the country participated in the two world wars, the Balkan War, and had a military conflict with the newly created Turkey in 1923, which was repeated in 1974 with the occupation of Cyprus by the Turks. After the Second World War, the Civil War broke out, which lasted for 3 years, and in 1967, the country experienced a coup that established a 7-year junta regime. At the beginning of the 21st century, there was stability in the country, but in 2010, on the streets of Athens and other major cities, there were again heavy clashes and protests, due to the deteriorated economic condition of the country, and later, in 2015, Greece officially declared bankruptcy. Today, the situation in the country is relatively stable, as with the help of its allies in the European Union, Greece is moving towards economic stability. Now let's move on to tourism in the country and take a look at the interesting places that we can visit. I will not exaggerate if I tell you that Greece is synonymous with beauty. Nature and beautiful beaches make it one of the most visited countries in Europe, especially during the summer season. If you are asking what are the 10 must-see places in Greece, here they are. The Parthenon on the Acropolis is a must for any tourist. The temple is located in Athens and is dedicated to the city's patroness Athena. It was finally completed in 432 before Christ, being erected on the site of another temple destroyed by the Persians. In its many centuries of history, the Parthenon has served as an ancient Greek temple, fortress, church, and mosque. One of the most beautiful islands that is loved by many tourists is Santorini. The buildings here are white with blue roofs and form an interesting architectural landscape. It is a volcanic island that we know erupted fatally in 1627 before Christ, destroying the Cretan Minoan civilization in a series of eruptions, earthquakes, and tsunamis. According to scientists, even life on the northern coast of the island of Crete was destroyed after the huge waves. METEORA is a complex of monasteries that takes the breath away of every tourist with its unique location, and the buildings are perched on high rocks. The first monastery of METEORA was built in the 14th century. After that, a total of 24 were built, but today only 7 of them remain, with 6 open to visitors. Access was deliberately made so difficult that at one time the monks had to use long hanging ladders or special nets to lift both goods and people. Nestled between 2 mountains on the island of Kefalonia, MYRTOS Beach attracts millions of tourists with the magical combination of the turquoise color of the sea and the gentle whiteness of the smooth marble pebbles along the shore. The steep cliffs and green hills that surround the beach add to its beauty. If you are looking for a cosmopolitan tourist attraction in Greece, then the island of MYKONOS is a good choice. The main town, which is also called Mykonos or Hera, amazes with its picturesque architecture, as well as with an incredibly intense nightlife. All those who like to have fun will be fascinated by the numerous restaurants, clubs, and discos. In ancient times, Delphi was home to the Oracle of Apollo, the most famous in Greek history. The ancient theater was built on a hill so as to provide a stunning view of the Temple of Apollo and the incredible landscape. It was built in the 4th century before Christ and could accommodate 5,000 spectators in 35 rows. They enjoyed theater plays, concerts, and poetry recitals. With a length of 16 kilometers, the SAMARIA Gorge in the southwest of the island of Crete is one of the most popular in all of Europe. Over 250,000 tourists pass it every year and say that it is an unforgettable experience that they will always remember. The walk takes between 4 and 7 hours depending on your walking pace and passes through old pine and cypress forests and sheer cliffs in the mountains until you reach the end at ACROPOLIS. The mountain peninsula of Mount Athos in northern Greece is a very special place. It is an autonomous community under Greek sovereignty, and its inhabitants are only monks. There are about 1,400 of them, and they live in 20 Orthodox monasteries. Access to Athos is strictly controlled, and women are not allowed to enter there. Located near ancient Sparta, Mistra was the capital of the Peloponnese in the 14th and 15th centuries, as well as the last capital of Byzantium after the capture of Constantinople. It was ruled by relatives of the Byzantine emperor and remained inhabited during the Ottoman period, but in 1832 it was abandoned. Thus, today only medieval ruins are left, located in a beautiful area, which represent an impressive sight for every tourist. LINDOS is a medieval town on the island of Rhodes that charms with its maze of cobbled streets between cute white houses. The Acropolis of LINDOS rises above the city, offering breathtaking views of the coast. At a short distance from the center are 2 beautiful beaches, LINDOS and St. Paul's. According to foreigners, Greeks are warm and hospitable people. They attach great importance to their culture and always try to show it to tourists visiting the country. Apart from the hospitality, you will notice that these people really like to have fun, as the restaurants, discos, and bars, whether it is a weekend or a weekday, are almost always full. Otherwise, the standard of living here is lower than most European countries, but depending on your wishes and lifestyle, with 2,000 euros per month, you could easily live here. Rental prices range from 200 to 800 euros depending on the location and size of the property, and the transport system is well developed on the mainland, with a monthly ticket for public transport in Athens costing 30 euros. The minimum wage in the country is around €800, but this money usually goes to the least educated sections of society. So, here ends our video, with the promise of more Greece-themed videos. If you like our content, subscribe to the channel and follow us on social networks.